Hello, this is the luckiest maths teacher in the world, and today we're learning about perimeter. Now, I'm not going to insult your intelligence. I'm sure you know about perimeter already. You know it's the length around the outside of a shape, and I'm sure you know how to find it for easy shapes, so I won't go through that. But one thing you might not know is how to find the perimeter of part of a circle, in other words, the arc length. Now, an arc is a part of the circumference. Now, to find it, we need to know how to find the circumference of a circle. So the only thing you need to know for the circumference of a circle is the radius r, or the diameter. And the circumference is diameter times pi. But remember, the diameter is just twice the radius, so I can write it like this. It's usually written circumference equals 2 pi r. But when we're finding an arc length, which I'll call A, we're only finding a fraction of the circle. So all you do is you find the circumference of the whole circle and then multiply by the fraction of a circle that you have. So if you have a quarter of a circle, you multiply by a quarter. So to find the fraction of the circle, you need to know the angle of the arc, the angle subtended this arc. So that, which we call theta, we can just divide that by 360 because there are 360 degrees in a whole circle. So theta over 360 is the fraction of the circle that we have, and we just times that by 2 pi r. Nice and easy, okay? So let's look at an example. So in this example, I'm going to find the perimeter of the whole shape. So I'm just going to call it P for perimeter, okay? So first I'm going to find the arc length, which is this part of the circle here. So I use the formula up above. So it's theta, the angle at the center of the circle of this arc. So it's 120 divided 360, which is a third, because this is a third of a circle, times 2 pi times radius, which is 4.5. And that is the arc length. So putting that in our calculator, we get about 9.42. So the perimeter of this whole shape is the arc, but it's also got these two sides here, this one and this one. And both of them are the same because it's the radius of a circle, so they're 4.5. So the total perimeter, which is what we're trying to find, is going to be 9.42 plus 2 lots of 4.5, which is just 18.42. And whenever we're doing perimeter, it's in centimeters, meters, millimeters, whatever, not square units. All right, I'm going to do one more example of a slightly harder shape. Okay, so I'm now going to find the perimeter, of this complicated shape here. So first off, we'll look at this part of it. This is an arc, even though it's a semicircle. Now remember, the radius is the distance from any point on the circumference of a circle to the middle. So this line here is the radius of that semicircle. We know that it equals 12 because of this line here. So this is half a circle. Even though we don't have theta, we can figure it out pretty easily. It's 180 degrees. So because this is half the circle, for the semicircle, I'm going to write half times 2 pi times the radius, which I just told you was 12. So that is the big semicircle. Now let's look at the little semicircle here. It might be tempting to think it's the same. Obviously not, because it's a lot smaller. So its diameter is 12, so its radius is 6. Again, it's half a circle, so I'm going to write half times 2 pi times r, which is 6. And then there are 2 more sides that I need to go through. So I'll get rid of my markings just so you can see that this triangle, I only count 2 of its sides, this one and this one, because the other one's not actually on the outside of the shape. So I'm going to add 2 lots of 12. So I am just going to put that in my calculator, and I get the answer of 80.55 or 81. I'm just going to round it to the nearest whole number, okay? Now, this one actually didn't have any units, like centimeters or whatever. When that happens, just write units. So this is 81 units. All right, hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day.